this may be a game that will change all games. But that already, with just that little bit of information, you've changed the dynamic of your game for me. First and foremost, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Today's video is going to be very important. How are you guys doing? Remember to smash like, hit the sub if you're new to the channel. My videos. Let's go to here. Warzone, Gray Zone, Gray Zone. Whoa. Gray Zone, guys. Gray Zone Warfare. Okay. I want to give you guys a live reaction based on what the devs tweeted. So I made this video. Devs did reach out to me. People are you know, comment sections, our comment section in. And again, from outside looking in, not knowing anything about the game, not knowing anything about the devs, just instantly reacting to what was sent to me. And this is just live gameplay from the devs' perspective. When devs play their own game, they kind of try to make it look like more aesthetically pleasing, like for the eyes, for the humans to see that, oh, this looks nice, this looks really good. Like just that's what it is when you play the game on a devs perspective. You're trying to show the beauty of the game, and I think that's a very bad thing to do. I think you should always show the gunplay, show certain things, talk through it, give me like pointers on what the game is about. Because when I reacted to this, and I'm telling you this just from my perspective and just like how I feel about certain video games. And today I'm not eating, obviously, because I didn't take the game serious. So now I'm taking it a little bit more serious because the devs did reach out to me on Twitter, or they just responded to my video, I guess, saying that, you know, it's all good. I'll read what the tweet actually says, so I get it verbatim. So basically, when I'm looking at a video game from a consumer perspective, not from a content creator or anything like that perspective, I'm looking at it from a consumer perspective. So when I see a video game, I kind of want to delve into it, and I want to see like, okay, well, why are people telling me this game is the game to play? What is the real big picture of this game? Like, what are we gonna do with this game at the long term? All right, so that was my question, and that was the only thing I had to question. The game obviously is a beautifully pleasing game. It's a game that looks good, but I want to see real game players play. So that leads me to my next thing. So big shout out to the devs for not being toxic, because you know devs do get butthurt about when you give your perspective on things. I wrote this. This is my tweet, and I just said, I'm sorry, I have my doubts. Just about Gray Zone. Just what's the point of this game? That's the question. So Gray Zone themselves, which is beautiful that the fact that they, you know, reached out, or they tagged me in this or whatever, they responded to my thing. No problem, brother. Might be best to hear from creators who have played it for themselves. This is a short list. I did see a name already. I was already interested in watching. I'll get to that in a second. They also have their share of criticism too. Check some of them out if you get a chance to do so. Cheers. First of all, I want to congrats on that. And they ratioed the out of me, right? They ratioed me. Obviously, they have more followers and stuff like that. And you have the guy that obviously supports them. Absolutely, major W for all. But y'all responding in such a cool way, incredibly dev team, and that's what I appreciate about them as well. And I agree with this guy here. That's why I like his comment. This is a beautiful remark and beautiful response to me, and not trying to bash me, not knowing what the game is, obviously, right? So I don't know. Again, still don't know what the game is. But we're gonna get better insight, hopefully, from other creators to see what the game actually entails. I'm assuming this is like a PvE game right now, and there's no PvP right now. Obviously, I don't think they've unlocked that, but we'll see right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the short list. I'm gonna take their link. This is a creators preview. This is testing impressions. I did get to this point, and I did not go anywhere else. Attention, everyone! The first ever hands-on impression of Gray Zone Warfare are finally here. After very much anticipation, several creators had the exclusive chance to dive into the game, and their initial impressions were not only inspiring and enlightening, but also immensely helpful in shaping the game's improvement over time. Please note that the creators experienced an older pre-alpha build while exploring only a limited portion of the map and completing one mission. So I guess it's just a one mission thing. That's cool. Thanks for letting us know. This provided them with a glimpse into what I keep saying Warzone, guys. Oh my god, this is the dyslexia kicking in right here. Gray Zone Warfare has to offer. Every creator offers a distinctive viewpoint, illuminating various aspects of the game. Their diverse impression articulate a well-rounded comprehension of just some of the fundamentals that Gray Zone Warfare holds in store. Once early access unfolds, prepare for narratives featuring strategic ingenuity, plus quickening episodes, and the pure adrenaline surge of being a forefront of the entertaining and enjoyable gaming experience. Every move matters. I'm assuming this is what the game is really about, right? Pulse quickening episodes, pure adrenaline surge. That's what they're trying to get from your experience of the game. but I want to see what the game is still about. Again, still does not tell me what the game is about. So I did see a couple names, Jack Frags. I do respect Jack Frags' opinion. We're gonna go with somebody who plays Tarkov, which is Clean. Shout out to Clean. Clean. I do respect his idea on Tarkov. I want to see what Clean has to say about this in his pre-alpha. Again, shout out to the Desmond for responding to my message in a positive note and not a negative way. All right, let's get into this. I'm gonna stop talking now. Okay. I'm assuming it's gonna clear up. It's just right now. This is what.
God, that is so sick. Well, all right, guys. Very special video today. We finally get to showcase you guys some Gray Zone Warfare. This is currently the early preview insider build for the game.
And
we're gonna come over to the firing range here and show you some of the.
I'm gonna also leave the link in the description to this video so you guys can see it and get a better idea on yourselves without me stopping and talking, because I will be stopping and I'll be skipping. So if you guys want to watch all 38 minutes, I did watch all 38 minutes, so I'm just gonna give you guys my pointers on what I see here. I like this whole firing range thing that Clean went through, which was really good because he was talking, he was explaining certain things. Some new things that you guys will see in this video,
for
which
the
was
weapons,
pretty dope.
And do a little shooting so you guys can just kind of get a little bit of raw gameplay on the guns themselves before we actually get started on an op. Just keep in mind, everything that you guys do see here is placeholder. None of this is the final product whatsoever. It doesn't represent the final version of the game, nor does it even represent the early access version of the game, which will be coming out in the next couple months. So far, really satisfied with the gunplay. Everything feels really good. Definitely have like little feedback here and there, but I've already shared it with the developers. I love the FPS cam. You can actually see your whole plate carrier, your rig, your characters, arms, shoulders, everything.
I like that right there.
Not a lot of games actually do shit like this.
Whoa, Clean. Whoa, watch the cursing, brother. Family friendly, family friendly. I'm kidding, chill.
Go ahead and show you guys like an AK here as well. You can see some of the other animations.
The gun spray was like a little bit left and right.
The developers mentioned that there will be 8 total weapons for early access.
Oh my god, that animation was crazy.
Not also mods.
It's going. Boom, 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 boom. You can see it.
And all the Zeneca parts on it looking pretty sweet.
Outside the movie, you are the first person I see with a bonnet. Hey man, we making this cool. Okay, bonnets are cool.
All right, let's go ahead and get kitted for our op here.
Sometimes it could be ratchet. You know what I mean?
Gonna put that away. Mags here.
So Clean's going through the arsenal right now, and it seems like
we're actually gonna get some hollow point ammo. Let's go ahead and use this guy.
I'm not totally in love with this section here, because everything's like all over the place. But
from the AK here,
I like the fact. I like the fact that in this your locker you have access to this, right? I'm assuming there's gonna be vendors because there's cash values here, so I assume there will be vendors. And these are the things like I kind of want to know, like information, right? Like what are you going after, right?
Also, get this optic.
Are you giving us your own variation of a game? Are you giving us variations of games that are like kind of put together and meshed together, right?
See which one we like here. We'll go ahead
and right now is looking Tarkov-esque because of these interchangeable parts, which looks really good. Pretty much has all the same parts, if not more, than what Tarkov has. It looks like, but it looks clean. And I seen the ammo.
Voodoo out.
The ammo variations here.
Like
once he moves that screen, we'll pause it. All right, so you see the ammo variations here, which to me is pretty dope. MA56A1, MA56, MA55, like all these, and then the mags are different. So obviously the P mag. So there's that realism that we were looking for, right? So that's what I didn't see in the dev video. I don't think I saw it. Maybe I missed it or something like that, but I didn't see that. So already off the rip, it's a better start when with this type of graphical explanation and information that we're getting, right?
Start modding this guy out. Go and take that grip off. Let's actually grab the shift grip.
All right, let's
here.
skip a little bit.
Put this on. Anywhere here, your base.
All right, and then I wanted to go to some place where I find very interesting. He was magnifying his scopes here, right? Which is, to me, I've never seen a 3-time scope, or I have seen it, but I've never seen it in action the way you guys see it here. You'll see.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I like this a lot.
Single fire mode. It's very subtle. It has a little
Oh yeah, that's fucking sweet.
yeah, that's crazy. Right there was what got me.
Game that finally allows you to use every single magnification on F1 X scope.
And it might not be perfect magnification, but that magnification difference is wild. You know what I mean? I'm assuming you can create buttons and like hotkeys that'll get you straight to 6 if you want just 1 to 6. But the fact that you can go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hit 6 without any problems, you don't have to scope in. That's the realism that I've been looking for from any game. So again, you guys, devs, you guys have started off with a banger, and this is what should have been done in the beginning, where I wouldn't have to make a shitty video about like what is the point of this game, right? Like, 'cause I didn't know anything about it. So I love this. I love this part. Here. I love that he's going through it. Let's skip on a little bit to the gameplay.
Infill and an exfil point for you whenever you die. You go back to your base camp, and then you can.
All right, so let's hear the
explanation. The cool thing about Gray Zone is that the map is persistent. So once you load into the game and then connect to a server, you will not see any more loading screens at all. As soon as you are finally inside of a server, whenever you die, you go back to your base camp, and then you can infill back into whatever location that you've discovered on the map. As you begin to play the game, you'll actually start to discover more LZs throughout the entire map, but this actually requires you to go out and do missions and travel there first.
Oh, wow.
But once you've unlocked the LZ, that is now an infill and an exfil point for you whenever you need it. So we got a mission to go and find some intel.
So I did not see this map yet until now. This looks dope. Base camp, base camp, base camp. It looks clean to the point where you get to choose which base camp you want to start off at, right? Like, so already, again, banger. You gotta take over these base camps, right? Ground Zero seems like the place to fight. Like, bro, if they make Ground Zero that place to fight, bro. All right, let's
discover more LZs throughout the entire map, but this actually
where loot is like high tier.
What the f? It requires you to go out and do missions and travel there first. But
you say that's more true to life, except scopes don't make noises when you adjust them. Okay.
Once you've unlocked the LZ, that is now an infill and an exfil point for you whenever you need it. So we got a mission to go and find some intel from some thugs. We got to go find a phone as well as like a diary with some important contact information.
And he did state already that it's going to be an open world once you get into the menu. That's it. There's no more loading out, no loading screens. It's just straight to go to the LZ. You take your helicopter, which is like in-game real engine type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I love that there's no loading screen, and your quote-unquote loading screen is already projected through the server that it's already live, right? It's a live server, consistently live server. You can go in and out. Obviously, go back to your base to get your food and all that. I find that pretty dope. You can stack up with your backpack. This may be a game that will change all games, but that already, with just that little bit of information, you've changed the dynamic of your game for me. Like, honestly, I may not even go through, because I've seen the gameplay already, but I'll go through a couple of gameplays. He's made me interested now. Now it's piqued my interest to like actually get the game with my money without like trying to get a free code or anything like that. So I don't even want a free code. I want to pay for it. I want to actually give my money to a development team that's doing this work, that's allowing the realistic gameplay, that's saying, yo, we're gonna eliminate this loading screen. We're gonna eliminate this. Tag up with your team. There is a menu that you can go in your teammates. Things like that, bro. That's very intriguing. So I already know that this is gonna be a money-based game, a grinding, a loot farming game. There are missions to go. You may encounter PvP throughout the missions while you're going to get that item in that server. So that means it all depends on how much people can be in the server, right? Like if it's like 20 people, 30 people, that's a difference in how you're gonna get your PvP aspect, right? So the more people play it, obviously the better it is for the game. When you die, you respawn at your base. Pretty dope. I did see a revive feature when a player was down. I think I saw that earlier on. I don't want to make this video too long, so you guys can watch through this quickly. All right, so let's skip a couple of these. We've seen this part already. Very beautiful game. His first life, he
really
says.
To do solo, I'm not gonna lie.
But that lean for me is what's crazy, and then the change in the shoulder swapping is really, really amazing. And obviously, again, this is clean, normal gameplay. But this is one of the parts that I found very intriguing. This right here. You see this shot? In between the bars is dead. You know what I mean? It's dead. in between the bars, bro. Most games would have like a block where it's like nothing but metal here, and you couldn't shoot through this. And that was always my issues with games. Like you would have a shot on somebody, clear shot, you shoot, and you hit the bar, and this person doesn't get damaged, and then they can shoot you through the fence. And that's one of the things that's like, yo, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like a whole wall here on your side, but then their side they can shoot you through. So this right here with the lean and then the magnification, seeing through this, and then having this peripheral blurred out, I find that to be a very amazing feature. This game seems like it's detailed out the wazoo, man. And again, as you can see, there's a difference between my initial reaction and now this reaction, right? The initial reaction, I didn't know what game you were making. Now I know because I was explaining the game, and I'm happy that they brought people out to actually play this game and get to know it. You know what I mean? And get to explain it to viewers, because now guess what? I want to buy this game. This game might actually be more amazing than we think. It might be a game where it'll break all other games, right? Like we just have to keep the content rolling, right? We have to keep the need to play it rolling, that leveling system, that
fighters from
and that's the one thing Tarkov is good at. There's an accomplishment. People go for Kappa, right? People go for this.
Introduced at a later date.
He said factions are being introduced at a later date. That's what he said.
It's a smartphone.
So that's what you got to go get, the mission. I like the fact that there is a map that you can open up. Something Tarkov needs to do for sure, especially for new players. But again, we're not comparing this to Tarkov, but this is the game we play right now. We play Tarkov, right? So what other shooter game is out there? I don't like COD. I don't like any other game, Rust, or I don't like, you know what I mean, DayZ. They look cool, they look fun, but I prefer Tarkov. So when you got a game that's close to it, I like it. You know what I mean? He's using hollow sights here. Hold on. But I think it's just more so gameplay. So honestly, I don't want to go through the gameplay. I've already watched this, so I'm just gonna get to the point. My initial second reaction to it, after I watched this video, I literally sat here and watched all of it, one go through already. So this is not like reaction. This is just me telling you, bravo. You know what I mean? This looks like a game that's worth going into, right? They were super cool in the situation. That's what made me want to go back and actually look at another thing, like, you know, another video on a different perspective. So big shout out to them. You guys have something special here. I just hope it's executed, man. Again, with everything I'm saying right now, there's still that execution factor. It's still that point of matter of like, I just hope it's there for us, right? It's like they know what they're doing, and they're like, we got this.
The bad guys. They're the bad guys. Anything and anyone. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here. Come here. Hey. Hey. Hey, f*** you, man! Who put this thing together? Me! That's who!